Good afternoon, all real estate professionals. Welcome to another edition of Realtor Mindset. I'm your host, Vincent DiMella, broadcasting from a very snowy, yet very sunny February day here in New York. We just got a whole bunch of snow, but it does make for an interesting background with all the white. It actually looks very pretty. So a couple of things in economic news I want to share with you. Number one, the yield on the 10-year Treasury bond. It actually has gone up this past week to about 4.3%. As the yield on the 10-year bond goes up, typically interest rates go up, so we're in the low 7% range on mortgage rates. Fannie Mae actually came out with a report that they come out with monthly on homebuyer sentiment. Homebuyer sentiment is up 3%. That's always a good sign when people feel a little bit better than the previous month as far as buying a home. And Utah is the latest state. There's probably about 8 or 10 copycat lawsuits, but Utah is the latest state to incur a copycat lawsuit for the Burnett case that was levied against typically buyers' real estate representation. So we're still going down the road with all these lawsuits. We're going to see how it all shakes out. But anyway, any questions with regards to real estate and mortgages, just give me a call. I can explain a little bit more in detail about what's going on with the lawsuits. So what we're going to talk about today is rejection, and something that a lot of us struggle with as far as how to perceive rejection and how to convert that into positively affecting your mindset in a positive manner. So let's say you go out on a listing appointment or a buyer appointment. You share with buyers this particular property, or if you share with a potential seller some of the finer points of the property. You give them a market analysis. You share with them your benefit package and your elevator pitch and how you bring the most amount of value to your potential client. And they call you back later and they reject you. They actually go with another company. And while a lot of the times that voice in the back of our head does say, oh my goodness, you're rejecting me as a human. No, they're just rejecting you for some business. They're rejecting your business proposal. They're going with another person. Whether they know that person, they're related to that person, or quite frankly, the person came up with a better proposal than you. It does happen, you know. No athlete in the history of the world is undefeated. No business person in the history of the world is undefeated. So a couple of things about rejection that we should think about. Two things I could share with you that are positives when it comes to rejection. Number one, you're getting out of your comfort zone, which is so important. Jim Rohn, one of the more popular motivational speakers, states, everything you want is on the other side of inconvenience, or on the other side of you being uncomfortable, okay? So it got you out of your comfort zone. That's a positive thing. And we have to remember that we always need to get out of our comfort zone when we're in the business of sales. Otherwise, how are you going to grow your sales, right? Some sales are comfortable, some sales are uncomfortable. Listen, we have to take it all together and agree that we're going to consistently be out of our comfort zone. That's the only way we're going to achieve our goals, what we're looking to accomplish in life, what we're looking to accomplish revenue-wise, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the first thing, getting out of your comfort zone. Number two, you took a risk. Congratulations, okay? Taking risks is essential in business. Again, I'm going to quote Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn states, whether you stay in your job, that's risky. You know, if you stay in your job doing what you do, whether you're happy or not, there is risk associated with that. There is a risk of you getting fired if you work for another company, right? If you work for another person. If you go out into business on your own, that's risky as well. Is that it's staying in your place is risky, going ahead is risky. It's all risky. So you have to understand that taking risk is part of the big picture, okay? I can tell you one thing that I did recently for myself. I've been a licensed mortgage originator for 25 years. I just recently became a licensed real estate agent because I really wish to expand my reach and looking to build a team with my wife and some family members as well. So, and I've been speaking to a lot of people about that. Some people have congratulated me. A lot of people say, that's kind of risky. You're jeopardizing some of your relationships with real estate agents. I totally understand that, and I respect that. I do have a portfolio of customers that I've served over the years that I will continue to serve until I retire, and real estate agents as well. I've had some tell me, that's okay, Vin, just, I'll still work with you on the mortgage side. Just I trust that you're not going to steal any of my clients, right? And I've had many people say, don't do it. Don't advertise it. Don't market it. It's not smart. It's too risky, right? Well, there's two types of risks when it comes to sales. You should always be growing, right? If you're not growing and you're staying in the same place, that's risky, okay? On the flip side, if you're growing and expanding and going into different markets and arenas within your particular line of business, specifically real estate, that's risky too. Jim Rohn, it's all risky. So, just think things through, have a plan, and then attack and tweak things along the way. That's kind of how I approach things. So getting out of your comfort zone, taking risks, those are good things. And yes, we're going to have rejection, but just think of that positively. All right, I got rejected, but you know what? Got out of my comfort zone. I took some risks. So whenever you do have that feeling, maybe you can just consult with your family, your best friend, or go out for a cup of coffee or an ice cream and pat yourself on the back. You're giving it your all, and you got outside of your comfort zone to try to accomplish your goals. So that's everything I have for today. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.